Hello. I'm skipping the face cam. Hope that's cool. Also, am I audible over this music? Let me turn it down a bit just in case. Yeah, maybe you guys can give me a sense of how the volume is. Hopefully it's tolerable. Hydro Gene, Drew Doodle, Varumunk, Arian. Happiest Plush is here. All right. Let me stop this music and start playing. Truthfully, I don't even actually know if this disc works. I specifically didn't want to like boot up the game until like I didn't want to play it at all off stream. I just wanted to purely stream. Wow, Amy's here. Moxie Mog is here. Wow. Welcome in, everyone. All right, I'm going to go ahead and power this sucker on. And there's no sound. There we go. You know what? There. We got to hear the whole thing. It's important. All right, come on. Wouldn't it be hilarious if it just didn't load? Keep me apprised of how the sound levels are. It looks like the game is pretty loud compared to my voice, but I can't actually hear it. I can hear the game. Game is so good. Of course, I'm going to sit here and watch the whole thing. Game is currently not the right mic. Okay, let me bring it down. How's that? Is that any better? I like how this game was the first to require a DualShock and took full advantage of it. Yeah. I think this is the first game that I ever played that expected me to use the right analog stick, and my hand just had no idea what to do. And let's see if it still has no idea what to do.
Hey, Spike, did the professor finish the time station yet? Are we gonna get to go back in time?
He said he'd be finished with it today. Let's go.
I can't wait to check out the dinosaurs. And what about the future?
Yeah, we'll keep talking because I'm going first.
That's not fair. Hey, wait up.
Maybe a little quieter. Quieter still? Okay, hold on.
Hey, Professor!
Spike, Jake, over here, watch out.
Spike, the time station!
No, run you two.
Yeah, this voice acting is peak. Soundchip Radio, what's up? This is what premium content looks like. Just beautiful.
It works. It actually works. We did it, Natalie. We did it. The time station is complete.
We don't have time for celebrating. We've got to do something.
This game gets right to the point. Yeah, it does. Just enough story.
Spike, can you hear me? You must listen carefully. Something awful has happened. There's been an accident.
Uh-oh.
The time station has been activated by Spectre and you're being transported back in time.
Oh, no.
You'll soon arrive in the lost land when dinosaurs roam the Earth.
Oh, great.
Spectre has sent the apes back in time to try to change the course of history. His plans for world domination have begun. And if we don't stop the apes, history will be changed forever. You're our only chance. 2 of my gadget inventions, the Stun Club and the Time Net, were also caught in the transport. I want you to use them to catch the apes and send them back here. The Stun Club can be used to defend yourself against attackers. And when you use it on the apes, they'll be stunned. And you'll have an extra second to catch them with the Time Net. There isn't time for any monkey business, Spike. Our fate is in your hands. We're depending on you. Be careful.
Let's go. All right, let me catch up with chat real quick. Now that I'm not listening to voice acting. Love this setup. The nostalgia is hitting me hard. It's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling very nostalgic myself. I remember thinking Jake was the coolest and wanting a new game plus mode where you got to play as him. Yeah, I feel like I sort of remember having a similar thought. I also wanted to play as the as I don't know her name, but the girl at like the stage start screens with the green hair. I think she has green hair. Drew's gonna talk so much crap about how bad I am at this game, but that's all right. I am pretty bad at it. One thing I love about this game is that the sequels are pretty good, and not just pretty good, they're almost exactly the same. It's like a new character and new stuff sometimes. But it's mostly like the same idea. They don't try to get like too weird with it like some sequels do. No monkey business.
Yes!
Oh, Kang's here. What's up, Kang? Welcome to the party. Cassie is the green hair girl's name. I think she's playable in one of the spin-offs. Ooh, interesting.
Great.
Got those monkeys. Don't get me wrong, Ape Escape is a great name, but if you're catching monkeys, monkeys aren't apes, right? Am I wrong? Gary Hughes is here. Welcome, Gary Hughes. Hated this game as a kid. All right, well, thanks for coming by. No, wait, I wanted to save. She's playable in Pumped and Primed. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Time Station is such a good track. I don't remember where the... pretty sure it's like a giant memory card. There we go. They don't have tails, so they're apes. So then when it says monkeys captured, that's what's incorrect. Selena's lurking. Yeah, this tune is so good. It just feels good to listen to. Where should I go next? So how did you get this CRT effect for the stream while directly plugged in? It's literally just a post-processing thing in like a third-party post-process effect in like a plugin for OBS. Let me see. It's literally just like a toggle. See me toggling it. There. Okay. All right.
Look what I've got, a new gadget. Check it out.
This is the water net. Use it when you're underwater. I equipped it with an oxygen meter. I'm sending the new gadget over to you right now. Try it out in the training room. Without training, it will be too dangerous for you to continue on to the next area. Well, good luck and be careful.
Yeah, it's just that the because the resolution is so low, it doesn't look good upscaled.
Let's go!
Which is like a common issue with older games, right? So I thought that the CRT filter would be like, you know, the right vibe. And it would kind of hide some of the not great. You know what I'm saying. My PlayStation still has not arrived. My original PlayStation. Obviously the PSOne is here, but I ordered a PlayStation. Did I mention that? I ordered a PlayStation and the whole situation is weird and it still hasn't arrived. Yeah. Nothing but net. Well, maybe not. Now me blowing this up to 60 inch. Yeah, I hope it looks okay. Kang, that guy that you mentioned yesterday, I went and watched his video about Jade Cocoon. Well, I watched the first half of it. I didn't watch the whole thing because I'm in the middle of playing Jade Cocoon and I don't actually know how it ends and I don't want it spoiled. But number one, I was really digging the vibe of the video. Loved it. But number two, I happened to notice that he was playing it emulated and was using like some degree of like upscaling or something. And I found myself kind of hating the way it looked. Upscaled? Or not upscaled. I'm sorry. I guess it's upsampling or the textures were upscaled and the game itself was also upscaled, so whatever. But it was like the textures were smooth and they weren't pixely, which made them look weird. I don't know. Some people prefer that. Getting wrecked already. Come here. Nick's here too. Welcome, Nick. Love to see you. Is the volume situation better now? Because I want people to be able to enjoy the music of the game, but I also don't want to have to yell over it. So. Love how the drums duck out when you crawl. Volume is good. Cool. don't mind upscaling sometimes. It really depends on the game. Yeah, I mean, I guess I agree with that. I think that some games definitely, I mean, to me, some games just look weird. Like they're, I don't know. Not universally, but like I didn't like the way that Jade Cocoon looked upscaled like that. Felt that it was very like, I don't know, it was kind of off-putting. Like, why does it look like that? What is that? I don't think there's that many games that have interactive music like that, are there? Yeah, there are some. I mean, like for example, the water level music in Mario 64 is like that. It's not like, it's not the same as like ducking down changing it, but like different areas of the level have different. Like the drums only come in later, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can correct me on that. All right. Does the OST have a no drum segment? Actually, I don't know. That's a good question. Ocarina of Time when you approach an enemy? Yep, that's true too. Yep. There are, I mean, Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie are prime examples. The whole soundtrack is like every little thing you do changes the music a little bit in some way. Alright, what am I doing? I do want to say in Spyro, when you are underwater, it becomes muffled. But I could just be making that up in my head right now. That might be true. That sounds right. Let's take a look around. Aha! How do I get up there? How do I get up there? There must be some way up there. No Phantom Cannon from Wind Waker has that too with the tennis section. Yes, I think that's right. I mean, I'm not doubting you. I think. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Because the like when you hit stuff in Wind Waker, there's that like hit sound, which is basically just like a I don't know. It's a musical sound. Oops, don't know why I did that. I looked away to read chat and I ended up jumping instead of capturing the thing. You've set me back minutes, chat. Gotcha. That beautiful draw distance. Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? Here I am wondering how to get up there, and it didn't even stay up there long enough for it to be relevant.
You did great.
That's a nice compliment. Couldn't be Drew. No, that's the tutorial. I'm always like, should I do anything in here? Like, what's in here? Yeah, these are just like training and practice. Okay, yeah. And then the other one across the way is like basic controls, right? Basic control tutorial situation. That's why there are pictures of buttons. I don't need to go in there, right? You did great as a Thanks. All right, let's see what's next. This is a game that I've never properly beaten. Myself and a couple of friends as kids played this together, and there were a few of them were considerably better at video games than I was, probably still are. So when we played together, it was often like I was just handing off the controller after screwing up too many times.
Let's go!
Multiplayer minigames. I honestly don't know, and I wouldn't even know how to check. If you fall off, you're finished. All right. Give me the money. I miss when games praise the crap out of you for doing anything. Yeah, I mean, what are some other examples of that? Name literally one other example, Kang. Prove it. Oops. Whoa! Whoa! I love how the health bar is cookies. I mean, I gotta tell you, cookies give me life for sure. I recall my cousin buying this game as a kid. It didn't have a DualShock. Oof! Ooh, yikes. That hurts. That's painful. Sorry to hear it. How am I supposed to get up here? Okay, never mind. Isn't that hard? Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, you know what else? Star Fox 64. I feel like at the end of every level, the team would, like, praise you. Slippy would be like, "You did it! I was worried for a moment." Oh, my God. I was not ready for that. Bit. All right. My God, let go of me. What are you doing? Wow, that is a very effective way to kill someone. Just pick them up and drop them from a very high height. What's in here? Okay. If he hits his head hard enough, the T-Rex just might drop that monkey. I'm intimidated. Monkey. All right. Gotta go, unfortunately, but I'm glad to have been able to stop by and hang out for a bit. And you inspired me to play this game later. Have a great one, everyone. Yeah, thanks, Soundchip Radio. Have a good one. Great to see you, as always. For those of you who do not know, Soundchip Radio is a musical artist. A really good one. Lots of, like, Right, man, what am I doing? Yeah, lots of like 90s and early 2000s vibes, Fruitiger Arrow type stuff, PSOne. Yeah, there's just a ton of great stuff. Highly recommended.
Yes!
Let's see. I would love a full remake of Ape Escape. Keep the bad voice acting and low poly aesthetic, mainly just update textures. Make us use R1 to jump again. Honestly, this game could just get a re-release, like just one of those like HD
Great.
re-releases that some of these games are doing these days. Just give it the HD re-release treatment. People will buy it. Do you do game dev SFG? If so, what engines? I don't really do game dev in this, like, I don't develop games myself. I work with game devs in the audio department, but I don't really do any game dev myself. I have like some vague knowledge of some things like Godot and Construct, a little bit of Game Maker, but I'm not particularly good at it. Something I never really understood about Ape Escape is, let's send these grade schoolers through history to save the world. Why not? It's like any like Saturday morning cartoon. It's always like some kid has to save the world, right? Ugh, this is making me want to play the series again. And I already did like a few months ago. You know what? Do it again. All right. I feel the difficulty ramping up a little bit faster. Oops, did I just go to the... No, I didn't. Ramping up a little faster than I can improve.
Look what I've got! A new gadget! Check it out!
Ooh, a new gadget.
Here's a monkey radar. It'll help you track those monkeys down. I'm sending the new gadget over to you right now. Try it out in the training room. Without training, it will be too dangerous for you to continue on to the next area. Well, good luck and be careful.
Thanks, Doc. That's cool. I love what you do with audio and music. Thank you. I mean, in case you're not aware, which you probably are because I never shut up about it, but I do plugin dev, like VST dev and stuff. Sorry, let me pay attention for a sec. Yeah, okay. Who's there? Okay. Gotta love it. Who's in there? Anybody else? Scruffington, hey, welcome in. Yeah, yesterday was a great time. Sorry you missed it, but we'll do it again sometime. Anybody who's watching that's not in the Discord server, please feel encouraged to join. We often, I don't know if I'd say often, but recently we've been starting to kind of stream to each other and just chat.
Time of the jungle ruins. You must navigate through thick jungles filled with beasts never seen before. Go on to explore the temple ruins, but be very careful. The temple is laden with treacherous pathways and dark dungeons. Oh yes, and you may have already noticed one thing. The apes have varying fields of vision, so in most cases you can sneak up on them by crawling around rather than running after them. You won't be noticed as quickly if you remain low to the ground. You'll discover many great things on your journey, but try to stay focused. You must locate all of the apes Every second that passes gives Spectre a chance to succeed. We're counting on you.
Okay. Thanks.
Hello, Professor. Remember me? It's me, Spectre, the future leader of the new age. That's right. Apes will soon rule the world, just as it should have been from the beginning.
Spectre, what's going on here? What are you planning to do?
Spectre, oh yes. You're the monkey that performs at the amusement park.
What? He's that cute little monkey that everyone loves to come and see? But how?
Yes, that's right. I stumbled onto this incredible invention of yours, this Peak Point helmet, and it's given me remarkable knowledge and great powers. And now, I plan to rule the world, and I owe it to you, Professor.
Spectre, you must listen to me carefully. It's true that the Peak Point helmet will augment your intelligence to heightened levels when it's worn. However, it is still incomplete. It's never been tested and may be very dangerous to use. I insist that you bring the Peak Point helmet back to me immediately.
Bring it back? Are you kidding? I'm sorry, Professor, but it's too late. I've already made duplicate helmets for my new army of apes. There's no stopping us now. The future is mine! Don't try and trick me into giving this helmet back, Professor. I'm smarter than you. I even figured out how to use the time station. I've already sent my armies back in time to rewrite history. No longer will humans be the dominant species. I will rule this world. Don't bother trying to stop me.
Huh. Spike will find you. Just wait, you'll see. We're not gonna stand around and let you take over.
Spike? That little runt? He doesn't scare me. I've got a surprise for him.
Jake!
I've always wanted to go up against you. Now here's my chance. I'm gonna have a great time destroying you and showing you who's the real hero.
What's happening? What's wrong with you? Do you realize what you're saying? Do you know who you're talking to? Snap out of it. Pull yourself together. Can you hear me?
It's no use. Somehow he's been brainwashed and he's being controlled by Spectre.
That's right, Professor. You're very perceptive. The boy you see here isn't the same anymore. He works for me now. I'm in control, and no one can stop me, especially not you. Well, I've got to go now, but I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
Wow. What a charismatic villain. Hang on. Why are there ancient temple ruins when we're already in the distant past? Shouldn't they just be buildings? That is a great point. I'm not sure if there's anyone else that feels the same way about Ape Escape 1, but I low-key enjoy the tank control sections. There are tank control sections in this game? I guess I'll find out. Whoa! This track comes on Spotify all the time. It just is hilarious to me. Like, isn't this kind of a funny song? Whoa! Yeah, I gotta tell you, this game's hard. No, I'm just being dramatic. It is challenging, though. I have come close to death a couple times already. Drew, I wish I had the confidence to make a song like this one. Just do it. Honestly, you can make like really terrible. This isn't terrible. I'm just saying, like, you can go so far with how bad a piece of music is, but if the drums are hitting, they'll make up for it. Like, just listen to that melody. It just speaks to me. When it goes, na 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 na, yeah, that's gets me every time. But it's like we don't actually really mind that it's just doing this goofy lead line over and over again. The like those break beats are just carrying the whole song. You can do whatever you want on top of that. All right, I don't really know what I'm doing here. Am I supposed to be able to get over there? Tell me. Flying gadget, no. Okay. Would have been nice to know. How come sometimes I walk by these mailboxes and I get like unprompted text on the screen, and then other times when I need it, they don't say anything unless I ask? Come on. E. Well, well, well. No! I'm talking too much shit. Come here. What is this, some kind of Mario Kart? Come here. Snatched and catched. SFG, this is the Dark Souls of monkey games. I mean, it's gotta be. Remember Snake versus Monkey? That was awesome. Yeah, take out the percussion and it's a very different experience. Wait. Oh, it takes out the... Whoa, it takes out the melody too. Now that's interesting. So many of the melodies in this game are really simple and repetitive, but that's all they really need to be. Yeah, I agree. They really don't need to be more than that because the percussion really carries it. And also it's just like, it's the vibe of the game, you know? It works just fine. Although I can definitely imagine being a kid and my mom hearing this track like a billion times and getting enraged. Not that didn't literally happen, but I can imagine it happening. All right. What the crap are we doing here? Top 5 monkey games? Yeah, Super Monkey Ball is in there for sure. Actually, Super Monkey Ball is pretty hard. I actually had to, in the video I did about D&B, drum and bass music, I had to cheat in order to get gameplay footage of the level that plays like the sickest D&B track in that game, because it's so hard. It's like so many worlds that you have to get through. And I was like, I don't have time for this. So I like downloaded a 100% save file from the internet, and I just loaded it up, and I was like, all right, I'll just go straight to this stage, and I'll take footage of it, and I'll attempt to beat it. I literally couldn't even figure out what to do. Like, I've played Super Monkey Ball, I know how to play it, but like in this level, I was like, I have absolutely no idea how to move more than an inch without flying off the screen. Come on, dude, what are you doing to me? Am I supposed to like whack it out of the air? Come here. Come on. It's just going higher and higher, isn't he? What is happening? Is this just the wrong... Am I just doing the wrong thing? Ah! Yeah, it's like... Come on. I'm not crazy, right? Like, it definitely goes higher when I go higher. Oh, I don't have the slingshot. Forget it. I'm out of here. Why don't I have the slingshot? Okay, where are we going now? Okay. No. Ruin the magic. Did you see the gameplay footage? You can clearly see from the footage that I couldn't do anything. I like had no idea. It's literally just what's his name? I, the main character from Super Monkey Ball. Top 10 monkey protagonists. It's literally just him in the ball, like flying through the air at speed. Alright, I'm going in circles now. I'm beginning to realize why lots of Let's Players use guides. I mean, I don't mind figuring things out for myself, but I worry that it like gets boring for people to watch someone screw up a lot or like wander aimlessly. Come here. My spatial awareness is failing me. I keep like swinging in the wrong direction. Stop it! No! Alright, that's it. I'm enraged. I feel better. Oh, right. What am I thinking? Why don't I just equip the... No, I didn't need to do that. No. Yeah, there we go. Eric Rose. For me, guides are for when you're getting annoyed with the game or just don't want to deal with thinking anymore. And then there's La Mulana. What's that? What's La Mulana? Or who? Who or what is La Mulana? Oh boy, this will be fun. Oh geez, that's terrifying! That's terrifying. I love La Mulana. What an absolute nightmare of a game. Making some sprites for my game right now. I love drawing. Ooh, fun. La Mulana is amazing. The puzzles are so obscure. Wait, what is La Mulana? Oh my god. Get away from me. Oh geez, this is so hard. Other way, other way. This is genius, but also very difficult. A sort of Metroidvania with puzzles so obscure, I'm amazed anyone ever beat it in an honest fashion. Wow. What? An old retro throwback to MSX platform adventure games, easy to solve. It's an MSX game? See, now I'm curious. Not curious as to whether I could beat it, because that's an easy no. But I am curious to see how long I could play it without ending my life. You just want me to swim for it? Is that... Alright, okay. I can do this. Made it. Whoa! Nice. It's on PC, but has MSX-style graphics and music. That sounds like fun. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. 30 seconds, maybe a minute. You referring to how long I would survive playing it? I mean, I have to try at some point now. Maybe I'll try in one of our Discord streams sometime. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this. Go. Go. Nice. I made it this far. Oh, heck yeah, dog. Yo, what's up? Late bit. Actually don't know how you prefer to be addressed. Late bit, Laytoven. Let me go. Come on. I'm terrible at multitasking. Should not be a streamer. To be fair, I'm not a streamer. I'm just someone who is streaming currently. Come on. How many times do I have to smash you? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Except the old man is me. That'd be cool. I'll stream some of it on Discord in the nearest future. I own a copy. Ooh, nice. Yeah, let's do that. Sucker. I see ya. Either works. Okay. Maybe I'll just call you late. Or maybe I'll just call you later. That wasn't funny. Sorry. Yikes. I mean, SFG cringe, am I right? The nostalgia is oozing right now. I know, right? That's kind of how I feel. It feels odd to me. I never owned this game. I only had the pleasure of playing it through other people who owned it.
Yes!
Wow, I did it. I did it again. As the kids say, we are out here. Right? That's what they say, right?
You did great.
Thank you so much for saying that. You didn't have to say that. But it is kind of true. What's next? The next level, I presume. Wait, I have to save. Yikes. I've been Cybowed. Molten lava. No, that's where we were? Thick jungle. I guess it shows the last level that you played. Is that right? In your save file data? The last level that you had, the last level that you beat, or the last level that you played? It's not relevant. Ooh. Dark Ruins. All right. I don't really aim to like completionist run this game. I'm just kind of playing casually.
I'm going for it.
Maybe if I get to a certain point and I feel like I want to go back and do more, I will. But for the time being, I'm just kind of getting apes. Oh, great tune. This is like top 3 in the whole soundtrack for me. Fresh threads. Wait, did I miss one already? I just got here. One of my top 3 is... Yeah. Wait, what? One of my top 3 is the Cryptic Relics one. Is that the one with the flute that goes super hard? Or am I thinking of a different one? Number 1 is Time Station. Yeah, I mean, it's hard for Time Station not to be number 1. Especially since the further you get into the game, the less likely the song that you're hearing has been heard by more people. But Time Station is like one of the first tracks, so it's like one of the best and it's most likely to have been heard. Does that make sense? You following what I'm saying? I don't know how to get up there. I feel like I need some kind of lift. My favorite as a kid was the Crumbling Castle one with the box-style organ playing. Ooh, I don't think I remember that one. Let me in there. Aha! Come on. I'm gonna get him. Gotta love how fast you can crawl in this game. Crawling doesn't slow you to a crawl. It's nice.
Gotcha.
How do I lure that one out? Man, the pitch drift is chef's kiss. Yeah, agreed completely. A good pitch drift is its own reward. Somebody over here? Oh, wait, I can't reach that one. Not me just crawling around. Why can't I fit through this? Come on. You know those like those YouTube channels that that focus on like boundary breaking games? You know, like there's one guy who does like boundary break in Wind Waker to like see out of the bounds of what is explorable. And I gotta tell you, it scratches an itch for me because as a kid, I always used to think like, how can Link not walk up this like not very steep hill? Why can't I go this way? It doesn't make any sense. Of course, I didn't understand the limitations of technology at the time. I thought like if you could see it, you should be able to go to it. Which I guess is the philosophy behind Breath of the Wild. Whoa, full circle, man. Wow. But yeah, seeing that stuff, seeing those boundaries being broken now, is definitely like, I don't know, satisfying. Crawling around at the speed of crawling. I had to do it to the tune of the tune. Pitches love vibrato, you dig? I like how he says ow. He kind of says it like how I would say it in real life. It's kind of like, dude, are you serious? You just hit me. Give me my cookie. She says? Yeah, if you can see it, you can go for it is the foundation of a lot of really good games. Yeah, I agree. I think, okay, I guess I'm not allowed up there. I think that was specifically, like, part of the design philosophy of Breath of the Wild, which is, like, kind of makes me wonder a little bit if that was like informed by like the sort of childish feeling of wanting to be able to go somewhere and not being able to because the game doesn't allow it. It's always crazy when there's something legitimately crazy outside the boundaries of a game. Yeah, like they oh hey Ben. Yeah, like the guy that I have seen a couple of his videos, he does like the you know, like the underground or underwater? I'm not sure exactly. But like the Forgotten Hyrule in what's that game called? Oh right. In Wind Waker. Yeah, he found some like interesting odd stuff. Something that always made me laugh about Ape Escape is that Spike's voice is way deeper than I'd expect. Yeah, he sounds like a man. Like, he sounds grown. By the way, She Says is the guy who did the Wind Waker boundary. Oh, okay, yeah, yep, okay, great. I definitely did not remember the name. Whoa, that was surprisingly violent. At least he dropped a lot of cookies. Oh, dang. Come here. Oh, is that a bottomless pit? I really thought that was ground for a second there. Dude! Oh no! The old 13 going on 30 voice. Yeah, I feel like that was a pretty common thing in I don't know, games and animation of the time. or in some cases, like a lot of little boys are voiced by grown women, which is like, that makes sense. But there are some cases in which the little boy character just sounds like a middle-aged lady, rather than sounding like a little boy's. I've had enough of you. Voice acting was the Wild West in the 90s. Yeah, true. That beat is fire. It really is. Okay, so is the expectation for me to literally... This music is a little bit creepy. Stuff. Okay. I got this. Yeah, the Goku one, I know, okay, this is such a hot take. I can't believe I'm about to reveal this. But it must be like a Japanese cultural thing for that to be acceptable in any fashion. Like, it does not make any sense to me that Goku sounds the way that he does as an adult in the Japanese version. And I get that she's a beloved voice actor, and I take nothing away from her. I'm glad that everyone's happy. I just find it super odd. Like, that's I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely not like being a hater. It's just like, it just feels so like odd to my ears, especially the first time I just jumped to my death. Oh, Lord in heaven. Then in Ape Escape 2, they replaced half the cast with the VOs from Pokemon? Wait, really? Wait, which version of Pokemon?
Ow.
Stop! Ugh.
Ow.
I was talking about Kid Goku Gohan in the US. Oh. Well, I mean, actually, the original Stephanie Nadolny, I liked her. I liked her as kid / like young Gohan. The current voice actress for young Gohan, Colleen Klinkenbeard, don't like her. Sorry. I'm sure she's very talented, but I just can't. The voice is so shrill. It's just way too high. Okay, I'm up here. What's supposed to be up here? I don't get it. Like, I just walked up that treacherous, very narrow path, and this is it? Spike is voiced by Yu-Gi-Oh! 4Kids Yugi. That's so funny because just now when we were talking about the 13 going on 30 voice, I immediately thought of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right away. I thought of Big Yug. You got the medal. Oh, you're right. Wow, did I just come all the way back up here for no reason? Wait, how did I get up here? How did I get up here? Was it this way? Yeah, it must have been this way. Okay, yeah. Okay, alright. Everything's fine. I guess I'm going to try that one now. They brought back Kid Goku / Gohan's old VA in Dragon Ball Daima. Yeah, I loved that. I watched all of Daima in Japanese when it came out, and I've watched like the first bit of it in English thus far, and it's really like... It's just so nostalgic. I know that there are some people who are like, when it comes to Daima, who are like, who asked for this? We want more Super, but like, nah, I'm happy with this. Super has no plot. Super tells absolutely no story. It just assassinates the character of Goku. And, man, I'm just full of hot takes today. Whew. I'm kind of a Dragon Ball Super hater. Like, I like it, but I don't like it because it's good. I like it because it's more Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball is the thing that I like. I can do this. Does anybody happen to know how much Brave Fencer Musashi goes for? Like how much it would cost to buy a copy of the game? Used is fine. Definitely don't want sealed. I can't afford that. Anyone go to LI Retro this weekend? What is that? Is that, am I saying it right? LI Retro? I'm curious now. Some kind of festival or a con? Dragon Ball Super, more like Dragon Ball Pooper. Here's the thing. I'm yapping so much that when I like complete a task, I'm like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? eBay says 100 plus USD for Musashi. Oof. I mean, for me personally, it's worth that price. Like, I would pay over $100 for a fresh copy of, when I say fresh, I mean like in good condition, working, whether used or not. It is worth that to me. And I would love to own it, but I don't necessarily think that that game in and of itself is worth that price. As much as I love it, it's a goofy little sort of Zelda clone. But I do think that it's, I don't know. It's kind of a hefty price to pay for that game. Woo, did it. Long Island Retro Gaming Expo. No, I did not go to that. Technically, okay, first of all, I didn't know that that was even a thing, but now that I know, I definitely am interested in going to it. Is it like a yearly thing? Yeah, Klonoa is crazy expensive. That place that I went where I got the PSOne controller that was all grimy and gross, which I cleaned, by the way, and I'm currently using. They had a sealed copy of it there. I mean, literally sealed. You remember what the what PS1 games looked like when they weren't open? They had like that sticker along the top ridge that had like the name of the game, and you would like peel it to open it. Well, it was still sealed. It was still completely sealed, and it was like $400 some. And there was a part of me that was like, how cool would this be? But I don't know. I can't justify that. You have to wonder if these games are like why are they so much money? Like Final Fantasy VII, for example, I have 2 copies of it. I have the Greatest Hits version, and I have the original version, and I don't have the cases for either of them. But I ordered the case and manual for the original Final Fantasy VII for like $20. So I got the case and the manual for $20. And if you look up the game itself on eBay or something, Final Fantasy VII, like if you look up the game, and say you wanted to buy the game, but the person didn't have, didn't have like the original case or whatever.
Look what I've got, a new gadget.
It's like reasonably affordable. It's still expensive, but it's like reasonably affordable.
Here's the slingback shooter. Just pull back and
Nice.
shoot. I'm
Needed
sending
this.
the new gadget over to you right now. Try it out in the training room. Without training, it will be too dangerous for you to continue on to the next area.
All right.
Well, good luck and be careful.
Thank you. Speaking of expensive games, I saw a copy of King's Field going for £250, which shocked me to my core.
Let's go!
Yeah, King's Field is a beloved game. I never actually played it myself. Okay. Probably because of scarcity. Klonoa and Musashi weren't exactly blockbusters, and people discovered them after the fact. Yeah, true. I bought Musashi. Oh my god. I'm like, hold on. So I I had a copy of Final Fantasy VII, and I had a copy of Final Fantasy IX, and I wanted Final Fantasy VIII, but at the time I struggled to find a copy of it. And like, I was a kid, I was like 10, 12. And it was already years after these games had come out and like seen what level of success they were going to see. And I couldn't find it. And then I found Musashi, which like, I was like, this looks kind of fun. And it had, I had played a demo of it. It was pretty fun. And I saw Musashi. I was like, cool, anime character on the front, comes with a demo for Final Fantasy VIII. I'm going to buy this. I'm buying this right now. I really want to play Final Fantasy VIII. So I bought it. And when I bought it, oh, I see. Whoa, this is hard. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, and when I bought it, I fell in love with Musashi. The Final Fantasy VIII demo was terrible. Really did not do justice to the game itself, which many people find is not a great Final Fantasy game overall, but I liked it. I did end up playing Final Fantasy VIII eventually, and I did love it. One of my local pawn shops has a sealed copy of Fatal Fury for the SNES going for $500, and that seems excessive. Yeah, I'm gonna say too much. What, did I not slingshot enough dudes to get out of here? Who else needs to get slung? Oh, no way. Wait, how do I shoot? There we go. Wait, so it has exploding rounds too? Is that right? No way. And what's this, a homing missile? Oh, I see, it's a spread. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Hi-ya! Ya! Hi-ya!
The slingback shooter. That sounds like a nickname for like a, I don't know, some Wild West character. It's the slingback shooter. That's what they called him. Chat. Gotta read chat. I was so close to loving 8, but it just ticked me off eventually. No, I mean, I'll give you that. I loved 8. And I loved 8 mainly because my friend, who also loved 8, taught me how to more or less break the game. So I was able to kind of enjoy the story and cheese through all the battles without having to be any good at the game at all. It's the same with vinyls. I saw Aphex Twins Drux. Oh God, I don't know how to pronounce it. Drux sealed for 1K at a local shop. It's just limited supply, I suppose. Yeah, it's the supply and demand thing, right? It's like if people want it and there's not a lot of it, then it's expensive, I guess. Where did that sultry voice come from? Oh, mama. Are you referring to the slingback shooter voice? The music from 8 is some of the best in the series, in my opinion. I agree. I totally agree. And hot take. I'm gonna get crucified for this. But I think Final Fantasy VIII's soundtrack is overall better than Final Fantasy IX's. Or I'm sorry, 7, not 9, 7. Final Fantasy VII is great. Like, that music is fantastic. I absolutely love it. But I gotta tell you, it is overrated. And overrated doesn't mean that it's bad or that there's anything wrong with it. Don't at me. I just think that it's like the amount of praise that it gets is higher than it deserves, but it does deserve a lot. But Final Fantasy VIII, I just always felt like it was more... First of all, it takes way better advantage of the PlayStation sound chip. The samples that are used are way higher. the samples that are used in Final Fantasy VII might as well be SNES samples. Obviously, that's not technically true, but like they're not great. They're a little bit shrill and just kind of, I don't know. But Final Fantasy VIII makes great use of the sound chip and really, really puts it to work. And is also just really well composed. Like, what's that supposed to do? Oh. This is so cool. This is a great game. Get away from me. Ah. Nah, SFG, you're right on that one, even as a massive 7 Andy. Man, those shooting stars on that skybox are so good. Oh, yeah. Like, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that aesthetic. Oh, man. Oof. Nah, I agree. People remember One Winged Angel, and I think FF8 was all orchestral. Yeah, it was almost entirely orchestral, as far as I remember. It had like some, you know, like those chill, like piano and electric piano, like emotional tracks and stuff too. But yeah, it was mostly orchestral, and that was partly because it used the Proteus 2 from Emu. The Proteus 2 is like an orchestral focused sound module with some really, really great sounds. I actually have one sitting right in front of me as we speak. It's just out of frame of the camera. Man with the Machine Gun is a bop. Absolutely. Man with the Machine Gun is maybe my favorite Final Fantasy battle tune. Sorry, you notice how I just run around in aimless circles while I'm talking? Because I'm so terrible at multitasking. Okay, what's next here? What you got for me? Speed the camera turn with the L1 button. Oh yeah, I know what that is. Wow, it's still tutorializing me on things that I would not have been able to get here without knowing. I got this. The coordination of the first-person slingshot is really cool. I'm not super great at it yet, but the way that it's handled is I really like it. Because I still have to actually pull the slingshot back to fire it. Whoa! Shot down. Catch up with chat in a sec. Right. Aesthetic. Yeah. Liberi Fatale was such a strong intro to the game. Huge and operatic. Yeah, totally agreed. Like that opening alone, just it like puts the opening of 7 or like any part of the beginning of 7 to shame. Like the one thing that 7 I think has over 8 is that its opening is action-packed. You're like dropped into the middle of a mission and things are intense. I think 8 kind of loses people by having this like crazy beautiful opening cinematic with beautiful music, and then you're just like a sad boy in a classroom. They probably would have benefited from having like, I don't know, like maybe letting the player play that battle, that like duel against Cypher. Probably would have helped the game's case a bit. No, it's totally fine. There's a streamer called Plague of Gripes who does the same thing when doing Let's Plays. He'll just stop and talk for 20 minutes at a time. Okay, well that's kind of a relief to hear. At least it's not totally unacceptable thing to do. What's the best sound font in your opinion? Okay, let me ask a clarifying question. Do you mean the best sound font to use as a musician, or the best like collection of samples from a game? Like which game's sound font, quote unquote, is the best? Because that's those are two different questions. Actually, I could just answer both. I think the best sound font is whatever my most recently made sound font is. No, I'm just kidding. The best sound font for use as a musician, I think, is probably going to be... it's a tough call. I mean, it's maybe SGM. I want to say SGM. It's a really good one. I love me a GM library. I'm gonna get killed on, yeah. SGM is really good. Tyroland from Saint Giga is really good. Yeah, those are the ones that come to mind. I used one called Corium for years. I even have like a couple of soundtracks that I made commercially that use Corium. And I think the best collection of samples from a game, like a video game sound font, quote unquote, it's got to be Chrono Cross. It's got tons of stuff, like really beautiful acoustic guitars, most of which I think are from the Proteus 1 or the Proteus, maybe the Proteus 2000. I actually extracted the samples from Chrono Cross and turned them into a usable sound font at one point, and that was right before I was very kindly informed that I'm not allowed to upload that kind of stuff. So I've got it just sitting there. Let's see. Hold on. Whoa, hold on, chat. Sorry, I'm way behind. FF8's story is quite interesting. I think the thematic aspect is quite lacking compared to 7 or 9, for example. That's a fair point. Yeah, I mean, do I want to dive into a whole thing about what I think the themes are in Final Fantasy VIII? Because they're abstract, kind of. Come on, thing. Come on. No. Come on. I don't spin as fast as you do. That's not fair. Yeah, I definitely think that the themes in FF8 are, I like them. Though I think that it's a little bit, I don't know. It can be a little bit obtuse. It's like I don't know how to put it into words what I mean. I'll stew on it for a little while and come back to it. Could even say what would make the best sound font? Like what traits are signature of a high quality sound font? Ooh, I can answer this one. So I'm kind of telling on myself here with this one because it's not something that I do very often with my sound fonts. But a well-made sound font is generally, okay, there are two ways. Have a great rest of the stream, dog. I'm gonna get to bed, early start tomorrow. Okay, yeah, we'll catch up soon. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, I'm getting back into the sound font thing now. So, I think some telltale signs of a good sound font are a couple of things. And some of these things are at odds. One way to tell a good sound font is the ratio of the file size of the sound font to the quality of the sounds that you're hearing. There is often a negative correlation between those things, where the more stuff you want to have in your sound font, the sort of lower quality. I don't actually know what the number is, but there is a maximum amount of data that the sound font format can handle. And it's pretty small, especially by today's standards. So you kind of have to like pare things down. And so one smart way that I have seen people do that is that they will do something similar to what Romplers did in like the 90s, where they'll just have a collection of samples, a collection of small samples, and then they'll use those samples by like combining them, mixing them, you know, adding like filter sweeps and stuff like that to make like full patches, full high quality sounding patches by, you know, combining all these things together. You know, like the JV1080, for example, has 4 timbres. So with those 4 timbres are of like very simple waveforms. When you put them together, you can come up with some cool stuff. Sound fonts also have like LFOs and things like that, so that helps a lot too. That's one way. The other way is that, and this is something that I do, and I pat myself on the back for it all the time, despite it being like borderline cheating. And that's that all of that stuff is done outside of the sound font. Like I'll just make the patches as a sample. Like I'll just put all of the timbres together, sample it once, throw in a loop point, and put it in the sound font. So like, depending, it's on a case by case basis, right? So if you have like a handful of patches, and let's say you need, in order for all of those patches to be created, you need like 16 to 20 different samples, right? Well, I can turn that handful of patches into just a handful of samples by re-recording the thing after I've made it. So I use the pool of samples, the large pool of samples, to make one preset, and then I just record that preset, and now it's just one sample. Does that make sense? That's kind of it's sort of convoluted, and it is a little bit time consuming, but it's like you're getting all of the quality of a patch that has like 4 to 8 full samples in it in just one sample. So I think either one of those methods can be good. I think the mark of a not great sound font is just kind of like very sort of bland, basic samples. Like say you wanted to turn like you have an acoustic guitar and you want to turn it into a sound font. So you record like a few notes and you map them to a few keys, and then when you go to play the sound font, it sounds like horrendously like low quality and cheap and artificial. But if you record a lot of samples, then you can get a more realistic sound. And like the thing is, sound font is such an old format at this point, that like, I don't know, it's limited. It's really limited in what it can do. It is cool that it's like, it's more or less open source at this point, and it's modular, and there is a ton of things that you can do with it. It's almost universal. It can be used in basically any DAW. It's relatively lightweight. It doesn't require some kind of third-party paid software like Contact or Sample Tank or any of that kind of stuff, which like I know some of that stuff has free versions, but anyway, I go on and on about sound fonts, I guess because it's in the name, I don't know. But yeah, that's my shtick there. Okay. The themes of Final Fantasy VIII are 1. Time compression. 2. Gambling fucking rules. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, kinda. Hieronymus D. Colonna. Now that I switched to Linux and my sound card is finally recognized, I should really finally connect my SC8850 to it. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it though. Maybe play some MIDI tunes? Yeah, do that. I've got an 88 and an 88 Pro. and just listening to MIDIs on them is MIDI files on them is a great pastime. It's a lot of fun. Or write something with it. That's fun too. Yeah, the old tape logic, committing. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it is. Like, it's kind of like if you are recording a track and you just bounce out a mix. It's like all of the quality of all of those individual stems is there. It's still there. It's just together in a way that uses less bandwidth. SFG needs to make a podcast. You know, I've been working on a podcast, and I've got like a whole script for the first episode and a concept for the second episode. And I just, every time I record it, I'm like, this needs to be better. And I go back and I revise something. And I don't know. Then I thought like, okay, this podcast will be an hour long. And when I listened back to it, it was like 20 minutes. I'm like, well, I should just make this a dumb YouTube video or something. But like, I don't know how to, like, I want, if I'm going to do a podcast, it's got to be long enough to warrant being called a podcast, but I can't just pad that with nothing. That time has to be spent being like engaging and interesting. And you want me to be interesting for more than 15 minutes straight? Time for this ape to escape. Until next time, everybody. All right, see you, Scruff. What are the similarities and differences between sound fonts and tracker stuff? Great question. So this is tough to answer because sound font can refer to either the literal sound font format, which comes from the Sound Blaster and is like the .sf2 file that you'll use in your DAW or something. And the SF2 format is also usable in a lot of trackers. So if you're referring to that, I don't know if they're really comparable because they're just different tools that can also be used with one another. But if you're referring to the type of, like, if you're thinking of the colloquial version of the term sound font, which refers to like sample-based, small sample-based playback in video game systems, well, honestly, the same thing kind of applies. But yeah, as Kang said, it's kind of a loaded question. Wait, what's the podcast? So basically, it's like the goal is to do deep dives into game soundtracks and like game audio hardware and stuff like that. The goal is to sort of talk about the composer, what their inspiration was, talk about the themes of the game and how the music lends itself to those themes, stuff like that. The first episode, spoiler alert, is supposed to be about the SNES sound chip. Yeah, and I do a fairly deep dive into the technical aspect of it, but it's so hard to find any information about the guy that created it because, spoiler alert, the guy that created the SNES sound chip also invented the PlayStation. So anything you try to look up about him is all about the PlayStation. Anything about the time before that is like really limited. So I really wanted to do like a deep dive into like his influences and like his background and where he came from and stuff, but like there's just not very much. So it's like, well, what do you say if the information isn't there? You can swim through that river. Oh. What river? Where was I? Sorry, I am literally just running around in circles and yapping. Right, where are we headed? Ooh, hello. A tracker is a program. Oh, wait, hold on. People who can do an hour or 2 hour long podcasts and be entertaining don't get enough credit. You gotta have some improv skills. Yeah, it's true. And especially like the stuff that I'm doing is like gonna be mostly scripted. And I do have plans to like to try to get some people on to interview them, which will be less scripted. But with regard to improv skills, I'm not super sure that I have those, which is why I am focused on like doing something that's a little bit more scripted. I need at least 30 minutes for podcasts so I can cover my 30-minute daily jogs. Yeah, you know what? I have I relate to that. It's like if you have tasks that you do that you want to like, you want those tasks to be smoothed out and to feel less, I don't know, less tedious or to go by quicker. Then yeah, a longer podcast is better. I've been listening to the Gundam podcast recently. I don't know if there are any Gundam fans in here, but the Gundam podcast is so good, and it's long. Some of their episodes are like, I don't know, 2 hours long, but they're like it's really good and engaging, and it's mostly scripted. It's like they do like one episode at a time, and then they like go in depth about like the themes of the episode and what the creator had in mind. Basically, it's the inspiration for my podcast in terms of like the format. A tracker is a program. A sound font is something you would use in a program. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. The sound font contains the sounds. The tracker tells the sound font what sounds to make and when and why. Well, maybe not why. You ever listen to Level with Emily? Interviews game composers. No, I have not. I'm one of my favorite podcasts recently is I recently discovered Play Watch Listen, and Austin Wintory is like a mainstay on that show. So I hear he frequently talks about like up and coming composers, and I like to go and Google them after he mentions them. Char did nothing wrong. Yeah, let me just say, everything that I know about Gundam, I learned from playing video games. I didn't really watch much of it. I recently watched the original Gundam. I watched it along with the podcast. I would like watch a few episodes and then go to work and listen to the podcast. So like, I'll be at work for like 6 hours, 3 episodes of the podcast, easy peasy. And now I'm on to Zeta. Hell yeah, Gundam. Just recently watched... Okay, how do I pronounce this? Gakooks. I don't know. I see that term everywhere. Anyway, the Mobile Suit Gundam movies and Char's Counterattack. Oh yeah, the Mobile Suit Gundam movies are, in my opinion, not as good as the show. Specifically, like if we're referring to like the origin story of Amuro and Char, not as good as the show. The animation's better, but the actual plot is G-Quacks. Second half was better than the first. I'm conflicted about... Alright, I don't know what any of that means, so I'm just gonna not bother with it. Y'all are welcome to talk about it, but I am out of my depth here, sorry. No disrespect. Alright, I need to focus. Why is this flashing? I only like Eva. Or Eva. But I want to watch Gundam. I mean, it's a very different thing. I mean, I guess they are both kind of giant mecha anime, but it's a totally different vibe. Like, Gundam at least the good parts of Gundam seem to be mostly about like war bad and sad. And when war, sad. I honestly think the MSG movies are better since it cuts out some of the fluff. That's an interesting point. And I think, you know what we need? This is what we need. We need a fan cut of the show into movies. Or into like a movie or something. And here's why I say that. I feel like a lot of the writing in the Mobile Suit Gundam movies is a little bit worse. It doesn't get into things as deeply as, like, I'm trying to remember some good examples. One thing for sure is that there are so many really good conversations from the show, like good character conversations, where like we get character building and we like see people's motivations and we see like the depth of the individuals. And those exact same scenes, the exact same animations, but the dialogue is replaced with talk about new types. In so many places, actual real conversations with characterization are replaced with more chatter about new types. And that drives me nuts. Like, that's fluff. Like, they turned content into fluff. See, what I liked about Gundam originally, with regard to new types, is that you're introduced to the concept so gently. Just like over time. It's earned. But like, it's like right out of the gate in the movie versions. It's like, new types, espers. It's like, okay, well, we don't know what that is yet. We need time. Oh God, how many times do I have to hit this guy? The new type nonsense is a big part of what Tomino is trying to communicate, though. I understand that, but I also think that it's not the only thing that he's trying to communicate. And unfortunately, I feel that it's sort of the only thing that really comes across. If every other conversation is about new types, and they're not good conversations, they're not shedding more light on new types. It's just like, it's just more talk of new. It's just more like, is he a new type? Is that a new type? Like, there are so many scenes where they're just describing what a new type is in almost the exact same words over and over and over and over and over again. The way that they're introduced in the show works so well because there's intrigue. We don't need to have it shoved down our throats. We're like, what is that? What's happening? You know, there's curiosity. We feel naturally drawn to the concept because of its like mysterious nature. I don't need somebody to say the word over and over again. I need someone to show me what it is. Which is what I think the show does better. Oh no! The concept of new types kind of had the same build-up and payoff of Super Saiyan. You keep hearing about it until finally you get to see it. And Leo point at the screen and Pog. Yeah. I mean, yes, that's true. And I will say that is equally true in the show, but paced much better. And to be fair, Tomino had to parse shit down to the bare essentials since he had 3 2-hour movies instead of 47 25-minute episodes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I totally agree. And that's like, that again is why I sort of prefer the show. I prefer the long con because I feel that it actually has the room to breathe that the movies don't really have. And characterization is so important. Wow, what? Sometimes I feel like I'm trying to double jump and I just don't double jump. I'm like, I'm overconfident. All right, at this point, I'm like just yapping and dying. So I need to commit to something. Yeah, the Mobile Suit Gundam novelization is nuts. I haven't actually read it myself, but I've read some of the, shall I say, interesting detail changes and additions. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Amuro and Sayla are like explicitly in a relationship in the novelization. Is that right? Where you going? If you want to see dogshit pacing, watch the F91 movie. 52 episodes, parsed down to 2 hours. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. She gives him a pube charm. Okay, that's weird. If SFG didn't have a girlfriend, I'd say he's scaring the hose. What does that mean? I don't understand what is scaring the hose? What? I've never heard that term. What does that mean? Boomer moment. Is it because I'm nerding out too hard? Is that what it is? It's gotta be that. I'll never stop doing that, probably. I just like... I don't know. I'm just like too deep in the nerd culture, you know? It's like I just love that stuff. And like these kinds of conversations, you know, talking about like which version of Gundam is better. Like this is an endless debate. It's endless. But the point is that we're talking about it because we like it. People have been having this debate literally since the 80s. Don't worry, SFG, you're a dear. Thank you. Means you're being cringe in front of the ladies. Yeah, well, that's like my personality in a nutshell, so I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, where you going? Ooh.
Yes!
The novel, Amuro dies to a new type not appearing in the show, and Char seizes power in Zeon with the help of Whitebase. Alright, that's wrong. That's just wrong. I'll be your wingman. Thank you, Kang.
You did great.
See, she likes me. Oh no.
I've been waiting for this for a long time.
What?
This is just between you and me.
What?
Follow me.
Wait, I'm confused. Weren't they boys in the beginning? Like, weren't they homies?
Let's go!
What is happening? I didn't know that this would be a thing. Oh my god, he's so fast! You wanna know what's a fun drinking game? Watch Naruto and take a drink anytime somebody says he's fast. You'll be drunk in 5 minutes. Wow, this is hard. He's so fast. How is he so fast? Am I supposed to cheat or something? Like, is there like a shortcut that I was supposed to have taken that I didn't take? Damn, I lost. Oh no. Jake's hypnotized.
You're pretty good, but it's not over yet.
Endlessly talking about Gundam is like how my favorite part of Star Wars is getting mad over the wasted potential of Star Wars. Oh, I agree with that so hard. I will say, though, that Andor is some of the best television I've watched in years. I really, really loved Andor. I watched it twice, back to back. A lot of people say that you should watch Rogue One right afterwards, but like Rogue One is just fine. Like, I don't think that Rogue One is good enough to follow Andor. Andor is just so good. But aside from Andor, there hasn't really been a good Star Wars story in like 10 years. I'm thinking of Clone Wars. I think Clone Wars is the last like truly like genuinely well-written story, I think. I liked The Mandalorian. I liked The Mandalorian because of cool. But I didn't think it was like a good story. It's just cool to see Mandalorians doing Mandalorian shit. Brainwashed by Spectre. Right, yes. Amuro have their final fight in the Zeong versus Gundam. Okay. Or Believe It. Yeah, that's another one. He's fast. Hey, it's not his speed. He must be using the Chaos Emerald to warp. No shortcuts, just a skill issue. Okay, all right. Guys, I'm going to say it. Episode 8 was the best of the new trilogy. Okay.
Look what I've
You
got.
can say that.
New gadget.
A new
Check
gadget.
it out.
Woo!
This is the Super Hoop. It protects you and makes you run faster.
Ooh.
I'm sending the new gadget over to you right now. Try it out in the training room. Without training, it will be too dangerous for you to continue on to the next area. Well, good luck and be careful.
All right. Well, this would have been... It makes me move faster. This might have been useful 5 minutes ago.
Let's go!
Whoa. A dash shield. Don't mind if I do. Alright, I think I got the hang of it, sorta. He's fast. Can you redo that Jake battle? Great question. I want to redo.
In this next period, you'll find that most of the planet is covered with water. The water net will be very useful in catching the apes. There are lots of dangerous creatures below the surface. Be careful.
Just what I need, more dangerous creatures. Speaking of, Legend of the Galactic Heroes OVA is literally the greatest anime ever made. Nothing comes close. I've never heard of it.
Let's go!
You could be memeing right now.
Hi-ya!
Maybe you're saying that because it's really bad. I wouldn't know. I have no way of knowing. This is a great tune.
Yeah! Yeah!
Wow, that slowdown. Wow.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Frame rate. This game is amazing. So much fun to play. Why is Krabby Beach used as a leitmotif, to be honest? I don't know. I mean, it's possible that Krabby Beach is not the leitmotif, but Krabby Beach is using the leitmotif. Just like how Berserk is the GOAT manga, LGH is the GOAT anime. Well, I might just have to look into that. Yeah, I definitely like the oh, okay, so my girlfriend has two brothers, right? And they're both nerds like me, and I get along super well with them. And she also has a sister. And so when the three of us are together and we're just like nerding out about games and anime and manga and stuff, they just like, they eye roll so hard. They're like, somebody please kill me. And they like, I feel like the way that people experience like what it sounds like for super nerds to talk to each other about the things that they're nerding out about is it sounds like arguing. It sounds like a fight, but it's more of like, it's just like, we love this thing so much that we are sharing our love of it with each other through expressing our favorite things about it or whatever. I don't, it doesn't really, maybe it doesn't make sense, but that's how I experience it. It's like, I don't know, like debating that kind of stuff is how we share our enjoyment. And it's like, it's partly because when you're debating a thing that you like, you're accessing like a deeper understanding of it that you might not necessarily consciously think about. Does that make sense? I think it does. Oh wait, am I supposed to run? Oh no, now I have more things than I have more gadgets than you know what I'm trying to say. Am I supposed to like run? That was so bad. Couldn't have been worse, honestly. Passion they don't got. That sounds like Puerto Ricans casually talking to each other very loud. Most people would think they're arguing, might be in your blood. Something to point out, just so that everybody knows, Monk is Puerto Rican. He's allowed to say that. It'd be a different story if Monk was some like non-Puerto Rican person, like, ugh, Puerto Ricans are so loud and they sound mad. But yeah, it's true. It might be in my blood. I am half Puerto Rican. Surprise, in case you didn't know. That's right. SFG, the very blonde, very white guy, is Puerto Rican. Because Puerto Rico's a place, not a color. Surprise. Anyway. Yeah, that's kind of the thing about being a nerd, though, too, is that, like... And you don't necessarily have to be a nerd in the way that we are nerds. Like, you can be a nerd about anything. Like, my girlfriend is a nerd about The Wizard of Oz and Wicked and stuff like that. So, like, she has the same kind of, like, you know, experience of gushing about a thing. It's done a little bit differently, but it's the same principle. Which isn't the worst since it took 11 years to make, but what is awful is they didn't save the old cells, so when they remastered everything, they redrew everything in the digital style. And in my humble opinion, the cell style looks better. Oh, you're talking about LOGH. Gotcha. Same with Italians. Oh yeah, with regard to sounding like they're arguing. Yeah. I have heard that both from and about Italians. You're not getting away from me this time. Damn, you got away from me that time. Damn, you got away from me that time. Aha! How many hits? 3, the magic number.
Yes!
You'd hate to see how does your... Hold on. To be fair, Wicked is a GOAT piece of media. Yeah, Wicked is very good. Like, I'm a non-super fan when it comes to Wicked, but I do really like it, and I do like recognize the value of it. It's a very well-made piece of fiction. Kang says, you'd hate to see how us Germans treat each other. Well, I've got news for you, Kang. The other half of me is German. I assume Germans argue very politely and then go play job simulators. That's hilarious. Considering I every night before I go to bed, one of the last things that I do is I play Power Wash Simulator for like an hour. Just calms me down, you know? Not sure if that necessarily counts as a job simulator. But it's kind of close, right? All right, that might have to be just about the end of the stream for me. It's been a couple hours. We had a good run. Just saved. Maybe let's just take a minute and listen to this tune. Yeah, this has been a great time. Thanks to everybody who hopped in and hung out. Thanks for tolerating my yapping. Always happy to do it. Speaking of those tunes, the artist responsible for this soundtrack has a Bandcamp where he is selling a fuckload of music for relatively cheap. Soichi Terada? Wait, what's his... He uses another name too, right? What's his other name? Drew, you would know this. Soichi Terada also goes by... I know this. Why can't I think of it? Dang, I cannot remember. Also, wishing everyone and their loved ones and all of their loved ones a fun, happy, healthy, and safe 2025. Genuinely and sincerely wishing everyone nothing but the absolute best. Wait a minute, I know who you are. You're Skivex. I didn't realize that was you the whole time. I didn't realize that was you the whole time. I feel like such a dingus. I can't not call out, I can't not call out Skivex here, aka Hieronymus D. Colonna, for introducing me to the Net Yaruze collection of games. I guess they're games? I'm not sure. Yeah, they're games, right? I'm gonna try to explain this the best that I can as a layman to the concept, but essentially the Net Yaruze was a PS1 dev kit that was for like fans, more or less. Like if you were an amateur programmer and you wanted to make PS1 games, you could use the Net Yaoze. And I guess Japan did I don't know if it was like a contest or something, but at some point, like a bunch of fan-made games. Omodaka, yes, Omodaka. That's what Soichi Terada's other name is. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So a bunch of games that were made on the Net Yaoze have been like pooled into a collection that is available as an ISO. I'm not sure if it's something that was officially released, but it is super, super, super cool. It's like a bunch of, I mean, some of them are whack, but some of them are really, really good. The one that Skivex and I have chatted about is called Hover Racing. It's a pretty simple little game, but like it's so cool. Like the concept is very cool. The music is great. It uses mainly the SC55 sound canvas. It's really, really great, really cool. I definitely recommend looking up Net Yaoze. There's how many in one? Net Yaoze, like something, what's the number? This is bothering me. Hold on, I actually think I can find it. 83 in one Net Yaoze collection. I definitely suggest looking that up and playing it. 83 like more or less like quote unquote, I don't know if this is the right term, but like amateur PS1 games that were released in America on the PlayStation Underground. So this isn't just like homebrew ISOs. This is like more or less PlayStation sanctioned homebrew games from 30 years ago. Something really cool. I highly suggest looking it up. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping about it now. Yeah, most of them were not great, but there are some standouts on there. There's even one on there that's like a music maker. I haven't actually figured out super well how to use it yet, but I definitely would be curious to figure out where the samples come from. Anyway, there are a lot of good ones. I mean, there's 83 of them, so even if most of them are bad, there are still enough that are cool. There are just a bunch on there that are just really cool concepts that like just seeing the concept makes you feel like, oh man, I really wish that this was fully realized. I don't know. It's a fun feeling. It's kind of like a time cap. There's something uncanny about it because you're like, you're playing PS1, but you're not playing anything that you've ever seen or heard of before. I don't know. I'm gonna not ramble too much about it because I won't pretend to be knowledgeable about the topic, but it is really cool and I highly recommend looking it up. Maybe one day I'll do a YouTube video about it. I definitely want to. Anyway, thank you to everybody who showed up and for chatting and for enjoying the stream and for, if you didn't enjoy it, for tolerating it. Yeah, check out the shop. Check out the shop on itch, soundfontguy.itch.io. Join the Discord, have fun, chat with us, group streams, share music that you make, music that you like, talk about games and anime, and be a nerd. And there's also a Patreon. And thanks for your time. And I'll see you all next time. I'm definitely going to stream this game again because I'm going to want to beat this on stream. I will not touch this game again until I am streaming it. So that's it. Well, I will touch it to take it out of the console. I will take it out of the system, like with my hands, but I won't play it. I won't play it. Okay? All right. That's it. I'll see y'all next time.